Hi, I'm Nyambura Ngugi from Kenya, working in UNIFEM headquarters. In terms of what challenges women face in Kenya in getting into politics, I think many of them are well documented: financing, getting political parties to actually, put them forward in seats that they can win, and I think the big thing for me is the political parties, that they're the big bottleneck. Getting into political parties, getting them to support you during the primaries. Often when you don't get that support, you move on to a smaller party that's probably not popular, and so you don't get elected. What kinds of support do they require? I think women's organizations need to have more dialogue with political parties to change the way they do their structures are organized, to make them more conducive for women to participate, to be members, to rise through the ranks, and usually you get rewarded, and we need to see parties think in that way. But I also think the electoral system in Kenya, does have to change. You can't have a fast past the post system with a very small quota of seats set aside for women. If we're hoping to change and see more numbers of women in politics, we need to change the electoral system. The current constitution review process that might start up hopefully in a couple of months is a perfect opportunity to do that. And we have tons and tons of experiences from countries in Africa and Latin American region and others, the Nordic countries, on what sort of quotas work best and what sort of clauses do you need to put in there. But I think in the more sort of short term, it's about when women get out there to vote, are we supporting them, financing, figuring out ways for women to fundraise, and this has to start early. I think women sometimes get into the whole, I'm going to run for elections, a year before election starts. A bit more planning has to happen. We need to invest in women sitting down, planning and saying, am I popular? Is this the way to go? Which party should I go with? How much money do I need? The practicalities.
Do you think more women in the political system can transform politics?
If they come in with that agenda, I don't think if they came in 200 women in a parliament of 300 and then we hope to see some sort of change. Yes, they'll bring in different kinds of legislation, but what's coming out even from the session today is that just because you're a woman doesn't mean that you're going to push a progressive agenda for women. So I think it has to be, if we get in women who are supportive of a progressive gender equality agenda, yes, they can transform the way politics is done. But if we just get in women who end up being more beholden to the party agenda than the women's interest, or who identify more with a party agenda or an ethnicity agenda, a race agenda, rather than a gender equality agenda, then we will not get the sort of transformation we want. So it has to be, there has to be some sort of balancing in how we identify which women we're supporting, or how we present the gender equality agenda to potential women candidates. Get them to put it in their manifestos, run on those platforms, and then we can start saying we want to hold them accountable. I think, on the outside, to get politics transformed, you must also have a pressure group on the outside that says, we have women in politics, what are they doing to change things? And that is this whole constituency idea we're talking about. Civil society groups, community groups saying, we put in women, how are they delivering gender equality? So, working both on inside and outside.